That's
Neon
true.
green.
That is a nice one. That's clean. Here we are, EML, Week 3, Titans versus Indy.
Let's see kickoff.
No way. Someone flying jumping in at kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is as good as it gets.
I I'm staying in. That's fine. Ooh, ooh, dang! All the way up to the 34. Good start to the game for the Colts.
they
Sinks.
desynced as soon as they loaded in.
You know what I want to say?
All right, there we go. That sucks. Titans got the support from Philadelphia. Need to see Slay succeed. Hashtag Titan. Thank you. See these guns. Out in chat, I love when people interact and they're pausing. Why are they pausing?
I think the Titans adjusting some depth chart things would be my guess.
She had so much time to do it before the game. Why didn't he do that before the game? Is my window open? No. All right. Well, not much to talk about while the screen's black. We'll sit here in our collective silence as we watch the opponents. Is he trying to give him more
There we're
time?
back.
Okay, we're back. IQ here?
Yes, sir.
6:57. All right. Monday Night Football was last night, and we saw King Henry pop off. I want to see him pop off in Madden. But that, I can't really say that because I thought Titans were on offense. Nope, they're on defense. All right. Carson Wentz. Speaking of running backs, Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, exactly.
He's one of the younger running backs in the league. He's having a pretty good season so far.
From the Colts right now, and from the stats and from the statistics I know, on the year, 24 attempts, 149 yards, and 2 tutties in 3 weeks. So take that how you will. Malik Hooker gonna come inside here. Spread offense. Watch this matchup on the tight end on the right here. Watch this matchup.
I'm pretty sure that is Amani Hooker.
Amani.
Yep.
All right, watch this tight end here on the in route. He's going to throw right to it. Nope, over the top looking one-on-one.
Almost
Cornerback can't get it, and
but
14
drops.
can't come down with it. Paris, is that Paris Campbell? Is that who that is? 14.
14.
Ike, tell me about this running back core from Indy.
Gosh, they got athletic backs all over the place. Marlon Mack was the starting running back there for a while, but they could not pass up the opportunity in Jonathan Taylor, and he really is a beast with some speed. He can break tackle. He's really got the catching ability, receiving ability, so he really could do it all.
Run it, Wentz! Rocked! Wentz got rocked! And Ryan Kelly picks it up, number 78, the big boy. Out of Alabama center, I believe that's Ryan Kelly, and if it's not Kelly, it's Quentin Nelson.
I believe that would be Ryan Kelly. Because there was no star under his name.
Hell yeah. I love Ryan Kelly. I remember when he was at Alabama. Inside zone, Taylor, I believe, 28. Yes, I hope to see more of Hines, Mack, Taylor. And we just saw Wentz run, surprisingly.
When Wentz did run, he did just fumble, so I don't know how much more we're going to see of him. He keeps fumbling.
Well, when he had wide open space like that, I would have hoped he would have slid, maybe, or done something else.
Well, if he slid, I don't know if he would have gotten that first down.
And Carson Wentz in 6 weeks is 35 for 51, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, sacked 6 times, with his longest pass only being 30 yards. So this Colts team not really known for going deeper than 30 yards down the field, which is interesting to see because they have weapons. And I bet against this Titans defense, I would expect them to attack the corners after losing to Dory Jackson, especially. I really want to see that. God, I need some music in here. I'm feeling like there's no fucking energy, brother. Watch here. Who's paying right there?
Ooh.
Who's that user? Carson Wentz
That's,
looking,
sacked.
rolling, sacked.
That's our. We know him best as Mighty Mouse. That's Donald Payne.
No way. That's Donald
Yes, sir.
Payne. That's Donald Payne. I didn't know he was playing out there.
Oh.
Ain't no way. Say it ain't so. As the first punt here from the night, Colts stall on offense, and the Titans will get it.
Almost
perfect punt. And now we will see the king of running backs take the field. One of the most exciting men in football. Julio Jones, wide receiver of the Tennessee Titans. Another Alabama product. Who would have guessed? God, I love to watch him play. How does he make those catches? As we see the other man, Derrick Henry, gets a block and can escape run, tries a truck. No step arm from Henry this time. I would like to see him hurdle somebody personally, but that's not really in his arsenal. But if I saw it, I'd pay somebody. Tell me about Titans offense, especially from just what we've seen from Tennessee so far in the season.
Well, it doesn't take much to know that this team is going to want to establish the run. You got a pretty good O-line all around, and then you have arguably the best power back in the game. Derrick Henry, he's going to produce if you give him the ball enough times. It's just a matter of time until he breaks off one. What are the Colts going to do on the defensive side of the ball to kind of contain him and to get them to lean a little bit more towards the pass?
Try some Benny, or who I believe, God, I forget your user. I'm sorry.
Try some Benny, our Chargers user.
Our Chargers user, he said he wants to see 30 carries from Henry, and so far, probably on pace as Derrick Henry will trip over his O-lineman. And remember, it's never Henry's fault; it's always the O-lineman's fault. That's what we're hoping to see. 30 carries, the over/under here, probably looking to be the under in the minutes we have in the quarter. But if the Titans can methodically move the ball downfield, I'd be hoping to see something happen. And I'll watch. Is that Damiere Byrd right there, looking to split that defense over the top? Oh no, and a possession catch. What a lame ass play, bro. Come on, Taylor. Come on. I want to see exciting plays.
Going with some
Trickery.
Lame ass play no more. Speak the devil. 3rd and 4. You need a crucial play. Damiere Byrd back in the Wildcat with Derrick Henry by his side.
Damiere Byrd, South Carolina product, right next to a Bama product. You love to see it. Damiere Byrd keeps the option, looks to the outside, makes one miss. Henry gets the block. Henry not knowing for blocking, but he can do it. Look at Damiere. Damiere could have had a touchdown there if he cut that back outside, perhaps. But the speed on Damiere Byrd is still usable, even at his age. He's a little bit older now, but still, if you use him in the read option like this, I've never seen the Titans do something like this. And this is what I want to see.
We know that they do have that Wildcat package, but it's usually D. Henry by himself back there, and you know the ball's going to him. It's just whether you can stop it or not. Damiere Byrd, obviously lethal with his kind of speed, made the correct read on that read option, able to take it for a good chunk.
And what I also want to see here is Derrick Henry again get a huge play, finds the hole, breaking one. And the thing about King Henry is he will always fall forward. Always falling forward, getting the extra yards after the tackle. And again, I'm expecting a lot of play action here too from the Titans, especially how much they'll be running the ball. I've never seen this play before from this formation, at least. Play action, obviously, over the middle, easy. Why? Touchdown cut! Number 10. Ike, who is that? Tell me who it is. Damiere motherfucking Byrd.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Damiere Byrd with the catch. You love to see it. From the read option, to him being used on the receiving side, catching. Love to see a player like that being used in the easy 3-minute, 35-second drive. Titans take the lead. And from what I've seen, we've seen, my apology, what I've seen on the stats, the Colts offense, underwhelming. Again, Wentz hasn't thrown a ball longer than 30 yards. And what does that tell you about this offense? Either one of y'all.
Conservative.
Very
Very conservative.
and Taylor only a total of 5 touchdowns on the year. At least from the and I want to talk about their schedule really quickly. So let's talk about this. They went up against the Seahawks week 1. Do we know if that was a user week 1 or a CPU? Do we know?
It was a user at the time. He played him. To our knowledge, it sounded like the Seahawks quit early, kind of a rage quit situation, so that no stats were recorded from that game, so we awarded him with a force win. So the stats are not accurate, but the win is.
And Wentz winning the option here, and Wentz knowing for having wheels and 2 broken ankles. As was that a 30-yarder? How far? No, that was a 20-yarder. My fault.
That was about 20 yards.
Yeah, that was 20 yards. Talk about, his longest throw may be for 30, but his longest run so far right now is 20. I don't know if that tells you more than we need to know. So the first game
Looking for the deep ball.
You think so?
It's open.
Splitting net. Does he have the speed to get it? The user looking. Caught it, Paris Campbell. And no more 30-yard longest throw and catch. It is now about 60, 50, around there, right? As Hot Rod about to take this kick from the Colts here. Let's watch Hot Rod here. Georgia product. SEC, baby. Don't miss it, Hot Rod. Don't miss it. He made it right through, of course. I need some music.
I wish we could have done a play-by-play, side-by-side, both of the scoring touchdowns for Tennessee and Indianapolis. Play-action post-shot to their speedster running the post route over the middle. Who would have thought?
Especially against, was that cover 1 or cover 2? It looked like cover 1.
Cover 1.
It looked like cover 1.
They both ran a read option, 1 wildcat, and then Carson Wentz taken off, and then come back with a post shot. Just so demoralizing. Such deep plays like that.
But what I wanted to talk about, and I'm too loud. Music is very loud. Oh boy. All right. Hope the music doesn't come up too much on the stream. All right, no. As he's in a little action here. Ez, if you're watching, F you. You do that to me all the time in scrims. I hate when you do that. I hate when people do that. I don't know why. And Tennessee Titans back on offense, looking to give Henry the ball again. And RPO look here. Passes it. Oh, make a man miss like he just said. There it goes down the field. Oh, still stop and go. A.J. Brown. Big plays, 3 for 3, 74 yards. What a way to end off the first quarter. Offenses are looking alive right now. Well, Tennessee's been looking alive. Colts kind of, but they scored.
They got a little momentum back by getting that nice play over top with Paris Campbell.
I love to see
their
it.
Defense is not doing so well against the one play so far this drive.
And now 5 wide look. Watch Bird over here. I know he's looking wide to A. I know he's looking at it. Tannehill looking to roll. Gets the B drop pick. Shouts out head commish. Those sliders.
Very common theme this year with the drop pick.
Yeah. I think you know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two about those drop picks. as I watch your game back, Bill Steelers. It's Henry again. Looking to
only a 1 yard gain.
1 yard gain from Henry, but field goal range. Like, why the sliders? Why were the sliders turned down this year? A little insight from the second in command.
Oh man, we just have had a lot of inconsistency on EA's part. Last year, just tried to find that sweet middle spot, going up and down with the sliders, trying to find where interception should be at. So not every single pass that was thrown incomplete that hit a defender was an interception. So unfortunately, we have to have interceptions down low enough where defenders do drop wide open interceptions. And crucial third down here, taking a sack.
That's a lengthy field goal.
And the Titans with Alge Grossauce is the kicker on this play. Tannehill trying to move up in the pocket, couldn't blink clear it, and could we see a kick 6 here? Does he make it? First of all, Grossauce has got the sauce. 57-yarder made. Oh my God.
That's the farthest kick so far this season. It's probably a 7-yarder.
57?
I don't think anyone. It's a lengthy field goal. Not many other kickers can hit it much farther.
I'm gonna turn you up, Lucas. You're a tad bit quiet. And that's not you, it's me. Another great kick return from the rock fumble. Who's gonna pick it up? The Titans pick it up.
After a good stop.
Yeah, the Colts have had 2 great kick returns and now gets rocked on the return. Should have just gone down, pal.
Ooh, booth review. They're reviewing it.
Oh,
It's overturned.
really?
It
Overturned?
overturned.
Ike, opinion? That didn't look
Gosh,
like.
yeah.
That didn't look like.
A little bit of a roller coaster of emotions. Not sure. A lot of things happened in the last 10 seconds.
Probably
but
need to see another replay of that to
Yeah, I would
really see.
nonetheless, Colts have the ball and they gotta do something here.
If y'all watch the highlights of the game, I will have a replay of it as another. Oh, there's the underneath easy. I think that's Jack Doyle, if I'm not mistaken, 84. As Wentz threw for 60 yards. And I finally want to talk about the Colts schedule. The first game was simmed, ice off. So they won 42-38. No, congrats on them. And then they dropped to 1-1 after losing to a later tonight game of the week. And there's that bump at the tight end looking.
Good
Doyle
coverage.
and great, he caught up. Great catch-up speed there. But the Colts dropped the game to the Rams, 35-14. As we know, the Rams, Buccaneers coming up tonight, later around midnight Eastern, I believe. So don't miss that. A read option play. Oh, he's going to do it, and Wentz is going to go for the block as he trips on the tackler. I thought Wentz was going to keep that for more. Why'd he pitch it? Why'd he pitch it?
You know, it probably would have been the right read to keep that there and then run for some yards and slide, but you know, that the defender was really kind of caught in the middle. He really didn't commit to one or the other, so he ended up pitching it and taking it for 5.
If he would have pitched that ball sooner, it might have been a pick. So
Yeah, for sure. As Taylor here going to get wrapped up and hit sticked, but I mean, sorry, my fault. Naheem Hines, only
First
inches. And will he go for it?
Only down by 3.
Why not? Right?
Looks like
Why
he's
not?
going for it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's early in the game.
Press those corners, brother. Press those corners. Press the corners, Tennessee. You got to do it, Tennessee. You want to watch the slants. Watch the slants, Tennessee. Watch the slants. He don't got to watch the slants. Paris Campbell. I told him to press it. I was telling him to press it.
Holy cow.
The user missed that play. User clicked on wide receiver.
It is dangerous to do a play action short yardage situation like that. You saw that DN come off the edge, just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
Just about clobbered Wentz on that play.
Oh my god, I know. We're gonna be feeling some type of way. 7 viewers still thank y'all for watching. As Taylor gets a nice block and just hits it up there for an easy 6 yards. I love to see it. I'd love to see rotating cores. Oops, that's a screen. What? Oh, there it is. Salsa. All right. And then, but yeah, Indianapolis played the Rams and lost. So I'm looking to bounce back here against Tennessee.
Screen.
But covered beautifully. Easily covered.
Loss of 7 on that play.
By Amani Hooker. I mean Malik. Is it Malik or Amani?
No, it's Amani.
Oh. Then who's Malik Hooker?
Malik Hooker was
Malik is
on
the
Colts.
Cowboys.
He was on the Colts last year.
Oh.
And then he signed with the Cowboys this year.
I need to be replacing the booth. I don't know my players.
Yeah, you better watch yourself.
Bringing the new guy for one stream, and this is how it turns out. Is that Quentin Dunbar playing safety back there?
Sure is.
Oh my god. A little nickel blitz, probably delayed blitz there from that superstar, as we're gonna see.
A nice check down to Paris. Ooh,
Yep.
Check down to Jonathan Taylor. A little short. Does he go for it again?
It's 4th and 4. I don't think you can go for here according to EML rulebook. But Hot Rod lines up again. No. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Straight down the.
I was like, is this going to take 2-minute warning? What's he going to do? But no, he shaved some seconds off. Smart play from the kicker. And the Colts head coach this game. Yeah.
Not letting him get the 2-minute warning as the extra timeout with under 2 minutes remaining.
And now a 2-minute drill from the Titans. And this offense has scored both the time they've possessed. So they're hoping right now to score one more time before halftime and to chew up enough clock. And they're good at doing it. They have Derrick Henry, obviously. We all know it. And
Then they have some.
I think I want to throw this to you. A tight end on a certain Tennessee team that you may have known. Hollister, perhaps? Former
Yeah,
Seahawk?
Jacob Hollister, tight end, kind of a hybrid wide receiver tight end, but thick enough. They moved him to tight end. Played against him in high school. Athletic, young, white boy. He kind of bounced around as of late. He hasn't really established himself as a tight end one, but very capable, good hands, and made the roster here. He's doing a good job.
Henry with some nice broken tackles on that play.
Henry could have gone for more. Watching. Here's a perfect angle of it. Nope, never mind. Going to cut that one short. Thank you. As the Titans going to go back to the bread and butter plays. Hollister, speaking of, gets put on a block. Backing up 10, 15 yards. Is probably going to get a holding call here. Just throw it away, Mr. Hill. Throw it away. Yeah, Taylor Lewan, who is not injured. Key there, not injured. With a head injury. Do the Titans score before halftime? Do they? What do y'all think? Lucas? Input?
I feel like it's very possible. With all the weapons the Titans have, it's hard for them to get stopped.
Even with the first and 20?
I think they get... Even with the first and 20, they still have all 3 timeouts, and it's kind of hard to stop all 4 of the weapons they have on this offense between A.J. Brown, Julio, Henry, and then his little speedster right there, and Damiere Byrd.
As
almost a little risky pass
off
there to.
I'm gonna pose a question to you. Does Tennessee score now? 2nd and 20?
Gosh, yeah, they have an opportunity to stretch the field with the athleticism and the talent that they have on this team. But last thing you want to do is throw a risky pass and put the Colts in immediate, field position.
As again, another risky throw.
Gosh. With a 3rd and 20, probably just gain some yards and keep the clock going. Make make Indianapolis use a timeout here, and try and get a good punt here next play.
Throw Hollister on a streak, brother. Throw him on a streak. Nope, gonna throw a Bird on a streak. The defense will back up as the user's watching that A route. Throws underneath, tries to juke. Saw. I didn't realize Sam Donald was in this game. He was seeing ghosts as well. Batson.
Colts timeout.
Colts user did take the timeout. Smart play, and we'll see a punt here. And you and I have seen some amazing punts.
Gosh, yeah, unfortunately against me, but I've seen my fair share.
And
I had a pretty good punt in my game.
Current user is the lines user right here in the party. I kind of commented his game, but wait a minute, Colts here trying to do something as he's just going to get backed up and waste time. Tried to make something out of nothing and turn it into even worse of nothing.
Yeah.
Which you can't let happen. But still opportunity to score, and Tennessee going to stay in their little quarter formation against the heavier set.
If Tennessee can get a 3 and out here, they could have one more shot at the end zone before halftime.
Also, I don't remember the trade that happened with Tennessee to get Darius Slay.
Yeah, they sent over Cruikshank, I believe.
Hold on. The Colts. Carson.
Harris Campbell.
Carson, you know what? I think I'll stop commentating. I referenced the 30 yards and never again. Take it away. Take it away.
You're really eating your words in the only 30 yard is deep pass, Wentz wants to prove you wrong here.
As he's looking deep again as he takes the 10-yard in route and timeout from the Colts. What about that trade for Slay?
They sent over a young safety in Cruikshank and I believe a 2nd-round pick somewhere in that area, able to acquire a number 1 corner with even superstar abilities in Darius Slay.
Watch the angle route here over the top. Colts, great pocket presence, just looking, throwing that one away. 2nd and inches. Tennessee tries and goes up and gets it. The Wins 8 for 7, 11 yards, a touchdown, and they're in scoring position for at least a field goal. Just don't force it. Don't force it, Colts. I know you have to pass, kind of here. You can. I mean, you can spike the ball, but don't force it.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head there. You want to get a completion inbounds. You can always go up and spike the ball and settle for another play, but last thing you want to do is force it.
And just like that, negative 1 yard. Tennessee will take the timeout, actually. They want to get another chance. 4th and 2, Colts can go for it. And Jonathan Taylor with negative 10 receiving yards. And, a very aggressive approach from the Colts head coach here.
Well, they do not get ball at halftime. The Titans do receive second half kickoff, I do believe.
I think it's an RPO. Nope. Looking underneath. Nope. Over the top.
It's going to be a pass.
And broken up so easily. You try and put the tight end in a one-on-one situation, but not every tight end can be Adam Troutman. Some awesome people, they can't do that. If y'all watch that game, y'all get the reference. And I have live, Eagles head coach just sent me a text. It was Slay and Barnett for Cruikshank and a first. As X looking, there's that superstar ability. Oh my God, down the sideline. All he needs to outrace Julio, Alabama
30,
Jones.
20, 10,
touchdown.
Down.
When you have abilities in this league, which personally I hate, when you have them, you have to take advantage of them. As a non-biased commentator, you have to use them to your advantage. And Tennessee did that. They caught Indianapolis off guard, and for the 2-minute drill they had, they didn't need 2 minutes. They just needed 10 seconds. That's all I needed.
Gosh, yeah, how demoralizing. In a situation like that, they're going to the end zone or going to run out the clock. You got to have a guy not only guarding him in man coverage, but somebody over the top for some help.
But wait here, Colts have been returning kicks greatly. Never mind. I apologize. But
looks like they're gonna get at least one more play to take a shot at the end zone.
And I'm sure they will, and we might see a
looks
free
like they're
Tennessee
just
pick. Yep, back everybody up for sure.
Looks like he might just be running at the clock.
Oh, okay, just a little stat pad action, and going up 17-10 in the halftime. Titans up. Hashtag Titan up. 8 viewers. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And Lucas, like you said, Tennessee receives. The Colts defense needs to do something.
They got to get a stop on this drive, otherwise the game might be a little out of reach if they get down 2 touchdowns.
But
all
Wentz,
the 3.
Are we gonna see a little depth chart action? Does he need to pause? Does he need to text his opponent? What is happening? Oh, and I forgot to mention, thank you, Try Some Benny in chat. I know you didn't type it in this chat, but in Discord chat, Tennessee Titans wearing the Houston Oilers jerseys. I don't know why, but they are. Special occasion? Don't know why.
A little division rivalry. You had to add a little sauce to it, just spice it up.
And we'll see the 30-second timer come in here. That was the Titans taking the pause. We have Titans POV, and that ticker will continue to count down. Excuse me. Or some other. Have the Titans made a trade, right? Did the Colts made a trade? Did they make a trade with somebody?
To my knowledge, I have not seen any kind of transaction whatsoever from the Indianapolis side.
Oh, the Titans. If y'all have noticed, we talked about earlier, Mighty Mouse. Rashaan Evans is no longer with the Tennessee Titans.
That is correct.
He got sent to the Carolina Panthers in a trade for C.J. Henderson, cornerback. So Titans really locking down that cornerback core they have, which I forget what it is because I'm a fool. Awful memory. As a play action here, looking for X. Probably X. Nope. Run it, Tannehill. Run the ball, brother. Just goes out of bounds. Could have had more. Weak sauce from Tannehill. A little bit scared. Saw Wentz fumble. Didn't want to risk it, but he should have. At least keep the clock. Oh, the clock is always moving in the third quarter anyway. So, but Derrick Henry kept a little bit quiet. Wasn't really used that much. And here he is again as he gets rocked, but all still falling forward. And they average 52 yards. Do y'all hope to see King Henry being used more in the second half? Now that they have a lead? Ike, I'll start with you.
You know, he's just so exciting to watch every time he touches the ball, so it's hard to say no to that question. But, you know, they've just had so much success, just kind of doing a little bit of everything. They're spreading the ball around well, and it's been working for the most part.
Lucas?
I feel like he's gonna run the ball more just because he has a lead. He doesn't need to take deep shots down the field. It's probably gonna be more of a conservative drive just to drain a little bit of clock and just keep the lead.
And Henry finds a hole wide open and again rolling forward 10 rushes, 68 yards. Has not been given the ball much, but when he has been given the ball, he's made it look very easy when running. And thankful for that O-line. Shouts out.
Their O-line is very good at run blocking, which is why Henry is able to be just so successful at
But I also
what he
think
does.
Henry transcends the O-line. I think even without a good
That's
one,
true.
I still think he'd be great as we're going to see another
He's,
RPO
he's
look. And shaking
he's also
off
the
and
same
still
as-
falling forward 6 yards, 11 for 83. Sorry, Lucas. Go on.
He's also about the size of some linemen, so you know it's like it's kind of hard to try and tackle him when he's the size of people who are blocking for him.
And we just saw a live switch. Henry's going to be taken out for Wayne Gallman, former Clemson alumni, the national championship team, and he's going to get some good blocks here, and he's going to shake off some tackles, learning from Derrick Henry. I'm sure he's been in the gym. Wayne
he is
Gallman,
learning.
much of a receiving mixed back, I would say.
He's learning from Derrick Henry, so makes sense that he's able to break so many tackles.
And Henry Ike, X Factor activated.
Yeah, that's a scary thing to see when you're on the defensive side of the ball. You haven't really had an answer for the run defense for most of this game. You know, a few stuffs here and there, but now his X Factor is activated. Got to do something different.
I mean, pretty sure, and his freight train, so he will shake off 90% of the time that first tackle you try and bring on to him. He probably will shake it off, like a old Taylor Swift song once said. Let's watch it right here. Oh, what happened there? What was that interaction? I didn't see what happened.
Kind of a morph tackle. Went a couple different directions there, but you know, with that X Factor being lit up, you definitely want as many heads on the ball as you can.
And Demir Henry getting that lead block, and Demir 2 versus 28 yards with a touchdown receiving side at the 2-yard line. All right, guys, you have Derrick Henry on the goal line. You got to give it to him.
First and goal, 2
You
yards.
got to give it to him,
It's kind of hard not to give it to him.
especially when there's no nose tackle over the center here. Let's watch what happens.
Wide open, right up the middle.
Yep. Sometimes it's
Gosh.
just too easy.
Just shook that man. Wide open touchdown.
And now I'll leave my words. Sorry, I go on.
No, I was just really curious why, you know, the defensive formations that he's coming out in, maybe doesn't really have any heavy sets, but in a situation like that, I'm surprised you don't come out and goal line. It just seemed like there was a lot of defensive backs on the field. Really questionable call.
And 24-10. Third quarter, 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. The Colts have not been afraid to go deep. I'll eat my words. I didn't know statistics could lie to me. Say what you want. But, I mean, I'll pose a question. If y'all are the Colts offense right now, what do you do? Lucas, I'll start with you to get back in this game.
I would still stick with the run game a little bit, but with how short the quarters are, you can't run too much. You'd have to probably stick to more of the passing game. You can't run too much, otherwise the clock is just going to drain right.
As a
right
user,
out.
SWAT comes in between the passing game. Ike, you're the Colts right now, down 14.
I have faith in my O-line. On paper, this O-line should be dominating this defensive line for the most part. You got to have some faith, stay in the pocket, get some route combos going, and move that ball down the field.
And 9 viewers. Again, thank you, everybody, as Colts looking to throw and picked off. Who could it be? Tell me who it is. Kevin Byard. He's been quiet this game, but finally, and there it is.
Now they have Derrick Henry in the red zone again.
X Factor activated. Let's see what the Houston Oilers, want to do here. And they can't force it. You have Derrick Henry, who's fresh. And we're going to see a play action look coming in. And Julio Jones, watch the one-on-one on the left side of your screen, folks. We could be looking at another Moss. Or RB was taken off. X, Tannehill, X. Oh!
Wow.
Oh. Dang. Tried rolling out of the pocket when he should have thrown it earlier.
Oh. Guys, is that not y'all's first read? X? Right? Is that anyone's? Is that Henry straight up the gut tries to shake one off? Henry. But seriously, Julio Jones one-on-one, that's not your first read as the quarterback?
Initially that would be, but he liked what he saw over on the twin side, on the right side of the screen. There was only one corner over there, but the defensive user went over and was kind of reading that streak route. He saw that adjustment on that receiver, and great read, just made that slight hesitation.
And even if the Tennessee Titans only end up with 3, still 17-point game, as we see Henry just...
Comes a 3-possession game.
Yeah, 3-possession game as Henry did not hit the right hole there. Looked a little bit like his old friend Trent Richardson in the NFL with hitting that hole like that.
And Henry just 3 yards shy of hitting 100 yards rushing this game.
No block, easy kick for Rosas. Hit a 57-yarder earlier, so this one is a chip shot. And now you're the Colts. Basically, a quarter of football remaining. You're going to need to rely on deep shots, out
Gotta
routes,
get stops
corner
on
routes,
defense.
stops on defense, and stopping the clock. That's what we have to see here. And I know our Eagles user in chat is very happy. Al, shouts out CD's guns. We're going to watch here. Wentz looking to maybe go into the underneath. Not again, Wentz. You can't make that same mistake. 1-on-1. Who will come down with it? 2-on-1. And again, K. Byard.
That was not the read.
That game, I think this game just got put out of reach.
Yeah.
With that. Derrick Henry X Factor activated. Just run the ball.
Be hard to stop him.
Yep, and you're up 17 plus, and that's within EML rules to a true clock.
Yep.
And Henry shaking one off again with that same forward falling.
With that run, Derrick Henry is over 100 yards rushing now.
How you feel about the interception from the Colts?
Gosh, you got to be able to recognize defenses, and from my point of view, you could tell it was man coverage. He's been running a lot of man coverage for the most part of this game. D. Henry, gosh, just spinning off guys and getting good chunk yards. You got to have some man-beating routes on the field, and he just went deep, and that was his only options. That was the only thing he could do. Otherwise, throw it away, and otherwise, obviously, threw it up for kind of a 50-50 situation, and didn't come out on the winning side.
You're going to continue to watch for Derrick Henry corner this entire offense as one of our favorite fullbacks, blazing game. We'll try and get that lead block there.
Buckner not really playing a factor in this game, in the run game so far.
That is true. Colts D-line hasn't really been able to do much to affect Derrick Henry at all.
And also, Darius Leonard hasn't really done anything in this game either.
Is that Darrington Evans is going to come in 32 on the halfback slip screen.
Just in time for the screen pass.
And Julio Jones motions left to right, but can he get the playoff? Okay. You can't really do that in EML, but that's what you get right there. Negative yardage. That's what you get. Karma's a son of a gun.
Well, he didn't have enough time to let him get set, so
He just
Kind
took it.
of an even trade-off.
Yeah, that's why I said.
he had to.
Allow it.
He had to hike the ball, otherwise.
Take the
would've
timeout.
gotten-
Come on.
It's fair.
And Colts just pressing up everybody as Henry loves that when that happens. Again, refuses falling forward.
For another 14, 15-yard gain.
Try some Benny. We might see your magic 30 carries at the least. We're up to 20 right now. Henry yet to break off a big run, but has been breaking off tackles much more easily.
With that X factor, it's,
Watch Hollister. Watch Hollister.
moves that safety over to the middle more to up over. Ooh, almost a good read. Good tackle by the Colts.
And Tannehill, like usual, hasn't really had to do much this game.
He's had that deep pass to Julio, which was wide open.
Yep.
A lot of read option for Bird and Henry.
Oh, Henry had green grass.
Just a good play. Buckner finally being a little bit of a factor there.
Stand up. Very, very tall man, 6'7". Oh. So if you like right now, for the Colts, are you just fighting for points, fighting for pride, or are you still playing to win right now?
Being a divisional rival, I'm trying to stuff him here. I'm not letting him get another touchdown. And that's exactly what Darius Leonard did. Met D. Henry in the hole. Able to fall forward
Him
as he
and
usually
Buckner.
does.
Him and Buckner both finally making a play in the football.
Which, if we see a blocked kick here, this could change the game.
That would
We
be
will
a
not.
big turning point.
As Rosas nails another one, 3 for 3, 30-10. Oh, and this game looking a little bit more and more out of reach for the Colts. Every second that passes, down by 20.
Gotta get 3 touchdowns.
We're going to need a Music City miracle here in Tennessee for the Colts, though.
Gotta get some.
His returns have been great. As he gets another one, a great return, 20 up to the 28.
Well, he does have one of the better young kick returners than Isaiah Rodgers back there returning kicks.
Oh my God, I forgot about him. You pulled that guy to my subconscious. I forgot about him. And we talked about this before. Is this the desperation formation?
5 wide. There's a lot of options on this field right now, but it's all about making the right read from here on. Obviously, it's not a game that you probably think you're going to come back from, so you just want to end on a good note. Have some confidence leaving this game, so just have a good fluent last drive, move the ball.
Getting a touchdown, maybe get an onside kick if they score. Just,
Nope. Harold
That he spoke
Landry
too
the
soon.
third, bringing up
With
the
the
third
sack.
down. Yeah.
Quick
As
huddle.
only
Quick high
3
kick.
rush here. As he's backing up, and down he goes. Hopefully he doesn't break it, as Bud Dupree, former Steeler, will sack him, and that will bring up a punt. And the sack game has been quiet all day. 2-minute warning
No
will
sack.
come up.
Those are the first 2 sacks of the game.
Yep.
Correct? It's back to back.
Yep, back to back, and it matters
Well,
most.
You should probably stay in that pocket when you have that good of an offensive line, and when you have to start moving, it's not going
Those
to
D
go
linemen
too
will
well.
come up, and there's your number 10. No, tries to cut it back in. Will not. Demir Burke
Especially-
cannot cut it back in.
Especially when you have linebackers rushing the QB there a lot faster than some D linemen, so they can get to the QB a lot faster.
And we will see the Titans victory formation come up here. Do y'all expect timeouts from the Colts? Maybe. No.
Oh, man, I would hope not. Yeah,
I
everybody
would
knows.
say just let them run the clock out. Derrick Henry's doing Derrick Henry things.
Yep. Chew clock is on. Wants to run that Wildcat again with Demir. And we will bring this game to a close. Ike, I pose a final question. Takeaways from the game. Either side of the
Gosh,
ball, either team.
Tennessee just had more big plays at the end of the day. They really had a hard time stopping the run as D. Henry just continues to go. Oh, an unfortunate late game injury. That's honestly why you want to kneel the ball in situations like this, and I think he's going to go to it now. But Jacob Hollister, their tight end one, out with a late injury. Hope it's nothing crazy at this point.
We'll get to see after this kneel what the injury is.
But like, any more takeaways? No.
I hope that I don't want to be too harsh on the Colts. He obviously went up against the Seahawks, made him rage quit. So he obviously was doing something right, and he's gone up against 2 tough opponents the last 2 weeks. The Rams obviously has established himself as a very good player in this league, and the Tennessee Titans, who we saw in the EML tournament, it kind of established himself and went all the way to the championship. So we know he's played 2 very good users. Hopefully he just takes these as some lessons, takes some notes, figures out what he needs to do, and builds his game plan from there.
Lucas, takeaways for you from this game?
Just the thrown picks by Carson Wentz. Really the big thing that had the tide of this game. Just some not good reads by the Colts user. The deep pass to Jonathan Taylor that was picked by Kevin Byard. Then the other pick that was also by Kevin Byard by the user play.
Jesus.
I would say would be the big thing, and just the amount of offense the Titans had compared to the Colts by the turnovers.
Under 100 rushing yards, the Titans defense held. That's impressive. And with the 6 of you still watching, I would like to thank y'all, as hopefully you might see. Nope, no stats, never mind. We'll end it there. The real ones know to show the stats. If any of you watching, always show the stats if your game's being streamed. We'll leave it there. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let's talk about drop picks. Lol, kidding. As the Colts user comes into my chat, Colts, take it in Discord, brother. As they're gonna watch his Derrick Henry upgrade. As an elusive
+1 speed, please.
+1
Please
speed,
no.
D. Henry. +1 speed.
Oh,
My God, he got it.
No!
Oh no! He's gonna be